DHR?
Good morning, Miss Millsap.
Yes.
Yes, good morning. This is Miss Valerino. Um, I was not aware that that was you that who came in the room yesterday to hand us the plastic knife for our
Mm-hmm.
mango. Um, what is going on with my son and with Miss Susan Haggerty? Where is Susan Haggerty?
She's not here. She's on leave.
Okay. Is she Miss Brotnick's supervisor?
I'm Miss Bartnick's supervisor.
And who is Susan Haggerty? How was she weaved
Susan
into
Haggerty
the...
is our boss. She's our boss. She's the boss of foster care. So I'm Miss Bartnick's supervisor, and my supervisor is Yolanda Williams, which she's a program supervisor, and then Susan Haggerty is her boss, which she's a program manager. So she's over our floor.
Okay. And Susan Haggerty is not available right now, you're saying?
No ma'am. No ma'am.
Okay.
She's on leave.
And what happened to Mr. Sanders, who was my son's caseworker when he was supposed to be given back to me in 2018? I had my apartment, 2-bedroom apartment. It was clean and ready. What happened to Mr. Sanders?
You know, Mr. Sanders resigned. He left DHR. So that's how Ms. Bartnick got the case.
Okay, Mr. Sanders resigned because he refused to lie in court. When the last time we showed up in court with Mr. Sanders remained quiet because he didn't want to elaborate on something that's not true, which is how these DHR workers are trained and operate when they show up in court. They commit perjury. Miss Mack, both, and Miss Brotnick have committed perjury in court. And they won't deny it. It's not like they go out of their way to say, no, I didn't. Miss Brotnick lied in court and said that Alexander was scared of me. And Susan Haggerty used intimidation in a private room to say, well, Alexander's scared of you. And I asked for Alexander to be brought in front of the judge.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Valerino.
Yes, I had asked for my son to be heard in court, and nobody said anything. See, these things are done. I don't know what Alabama is expecting out of me, because if I am, which I was, very soft-spoken and very...
I'm sorry, Miss Val. I'm sorry. This is my worker calling from court. Hold on a second, okay?
Just call me back when you are in a situation to speak.
Okay. Give me a few. I'll call you right back,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
God. When Alexander was picked up by DHR, illegally, because this was done without a court order, it's not that I didn't know my rights, but I did not know that these people were going to do that. I did not know that they even had, that the school system was going to allow for this to happen. You understand what's going on here? Violation of our human rights and our God-given rights in your face. Let us go to another lighting so you can see another lighting, okay? It is a very rainy day today. Very rainy day today. Okay? But, and I know that y'all are expecting me to make these videos after I go see Alexander. I was already told it's like clockwork, and it's like, do you think this is a job? I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm not getting paid to do this, the suffering, and nor do I want to get paid. I just want my son. That's all that I want. when people come here from other countries and they're not able to speak the language and they're not able to work outside the home because of their religious upbringing or their their culture doesn't allow them to work outside the home, what do? They just gather and have tea or coffee, and they pray together, and their kids play together. That's what happens. When I first came to Alabama, I immediately gravitated toward a church. I went to the Baptist church on Sage Avenue, not because it was a Baptist church, but because it was the church. I went out, I was staying with a Brazilian couple who was here doing flooring work, because most of the Brazilian people who are here do flooring work. I was pregnant with Alexander. I'm like feeling, on top. I'm just like, what? I may not have a job in Mississippi, but I'm going to get a job here. So I walked out of the little neighborhood onto Sage Avenue, and I did not know whether to go left or right because I did not know the area. I was on foot, okay? And I just went with my instinct, and I went to the right. And I went straight, and I saw this church, okay? And I made a right, and then the church was on the left. And I crossed over, and I got acquainted. Then I knew there was a women's resource center, which was going out of the little neighborhood to the left, straight ahead. I went to the women's resources one day, and I said, I just want to make sure that the baby's healthy, that the baby's in utero and everything. I mean, I knew he was in the uterus and not, a tubal pregnancy, but I just wanted to make sure that the baby was okay. And I was 4 months pregnant. I knew. So I had already worked in this field. I didn't need to be a patient. I just wanted to get situated, make sure that the baby was okay. Then I met Solange and Ina from Peru and from Brazil. And I thought, great, these are Christian ladies, and we're going to get acquainted here, and I'm going to get somewhere. I didn't have a car at the time, so I went around Mobile with Ina in her car, and I applied several places. When Alexander's father was in town, which he was almost always gone, but when he was in town, and he was available, we would drive around, and I went to the different employment agencies. I was mocked. I was told that my resume was supposed to be all on one page. Whatever, people. When Alexander was picked up, I was like, is this because I am anti-gun or something? Why are you interrogating me? They were asking me about Alexander's father. They wanted to know, basically they were there with an agenda. And I was just like, is this because I'm anti-gun or why? I mean, I couldn't think of any other reason why they would be, so viciously doing this. If you know what the heck is going on, then speak up. Okay? If this was some kind of a joke, then speak up. This is not funny at all. Not funny at all. When my son is in this system and he's not able to be heard and he's been passed around to and from with whatever the heck these people are doing for these children or not doing for these children, they're not heard in court. The children. The parents are not heard in court because the judges don't want to hear the parents without an attorney, and the attorneys are not looking out for the children, not the guardian ad litems. They're there for a paycheck. Okay, and I was told by an attorney in Mobile, whose name I'm not going to reveal because I really don't want to get anybody even looking at him wrong, okay? That's not my goal in life. But when I went to see him, he said, oh, so you're going to against the establishment? He said, I don't want to go against the establishment. And there are attorneys who feel this way. They feel that if they go against the establishment, then they're going to be blacklisted. And it's like, I want to know what you people want. Do you want cowards or do you want people who will stand up? What do you want? And then when I speak like this, it's like I'm supposed to be some kind of a hoodlum. Oh, but when I'm just like, then you're like, oh, she says this. She's just a coward. She's weak. And it's like, whatever. Okay? My son Alexander is not with me, and I don't even know why. This doesn't make any sense. What are we doing here? Who do you want me to be? Do you want me to please you? And what about the neighbor over there? Do you think the neighbor's going to be pleased when I'm pleasing you? No! Because y'all are different here in the South. You may come together and say, oh yeah, we're Southern people, and we like football, and we like our gumbo, and we like, we like warm weather. Okay? But really, you are very different one from another. Okay? When it comes to gun rights, and when it comes to, Black Lives Matter, and when it comes to police officers, and when it comes to the President of the United States, okay? You have very different points of view, and nobody is going to be able to please all of y'all at the same time. What do you do when Jesus walked the earth? You people are the same kind of people that lived back in the days. Same kind of people, okay? Who was Paul dealing with when he walked the earth? Same kind of people, because you have not evolved. We are evolving as we speak, but your stubbornness is such, okay? So I haven't exercised because, I'm upset because I want to prove to you that I can be like this without working out, because I don't care, I just don't care. Because when I try, you make fun of me in my house. You walk in my house and you mock me in my house when I'm doing Taibo or Madonna Grimes or Pilates or yoga. Okay? You think that I'm flirting with your husband, and you think that I'm crazy, and you think that I'm trying too hard. Because it's like, the damage has been done. What's the point of working out now? You should have been working out your whole life. Well, I was a very active child. The only time I was not active is when I was hospitalized for an injury, okay, that took 6 months to heal. And I joined the military. The only one out of my family members, besides my stepfather, who joined the military, because I wanted to save lives, not kill people with my gun. Even though they say, I don't know if it's true, but they said that I was expert marksmanship. It could have been the other left-handed airman who hit the target for me. But whatever. I don't like guns, but I'm not opposed to people having their guns in their homes, okay? Because they're not the ones that go out there killing people anyway with guns. It's the people that go to war against one another, and everybody suffers. When you throw bombs at one another. I want to know if the Martians were coming here, which maybe they did a long time ago. You just didn't see it. You didn't see the Martians coming in among you. So, if the Martians were coming here, wouldn't you gather up your weaponry and gather up like the Southerners do? Oh, we like football, and we like gumbo, and we like warm weather, and we're going to defend our land. Would you do that as Russians and Chinese and Americans and Japanese and Koreans and Germans and French and British? You would do that. You would say, we're going to unite forces to fight, those invaders. Well, then why are we invading other people's planet anyway? We don't even know how to take care of our own planet. You know that.
I don't understand why Alexander couldn't be here with me. When people come from overseas, they're all packed up like little sardines in these apartments. Nobody cares. Nobody cares because it's like, you know what? It doesn't matter. They know that that's the way it is, especially Asian and Latin American people. That's the way they live. Oftentimes they just pack up and help one another. They help one another. My family was not there for me when I needed them to be. No, I was in Mobile by myself. So I was said, well, what are you going to do without Darcy? So you need to get on food stamps because I was being denied a job. You see all this brainwashery. They want you come here full, your hands full, and then they want to gut you. You know, while you're living, they want to gut you out. And then it's like, okay, well, let's just stuff her up. She's a turkey. Let's just stuff her up Thanksgiving. No, I am not. This kind of stuff will drive anybody bananas. You hear me, people? This is inhumane and cruel treatment of people, of one another. Invading people's homes so that you can prove what? That I'm Jesus Christ? Am I Jesus Christ? So if I am, why are you treating me this way? I am a small part of the whole body of Christ. I would not sit back and watch somebody suffer like this. I would do something about it. I would share it. I would contact Congress and I would say, look what they're doing to this Miss Valerino and her son. This is not right. I would do that for you. Thank you.